Hi, Tinashe and Airborne. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing on your platform. Obviously, I'm here because I am very curious and I have a question for you guys. When is it the right time to get married? This is from a guy's perspective. And obviously, if girls can weigh in on it, Tinashe, that would be amazing. But I find myself feeling under pressure when I'm in relationships because I feel like girls are seeing Insta couples and without any disrespect to you guys, but like you guys are setting the bar really high and you are showing the next generation what it can look like to be married. So obviously there's no one that's not attracted to something positive. So thank you for that. But yeah, my question remains the same. When is it the right time to get married? That would be amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to our episode of Weigh In Wednesdays.
Hi,
and
guys.
we are the Masangomais.
Yes, we are. So today's episode is finally from a guy.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. The men are in the building.
Yes.
So it means that you've been listening and watching and paying attention.
Yeah.
And it's not just the women that are dominating this channel or
Yes.
this page.
Yes. So, what do you think? When do you think is the right time for a guy to settle down?
Man, let me tell you something. This
Yeah.
is my theory. Literally, and I think it's based on facts.
Okay.
A guy runs on a financial clock.
Okay.
And a woman runs on a biological clock
Yes.
when it comes to getting married.
Yes.
Naturally, that's where it is. That's where it stands from.
Yeah.
That's where it stands for. Like, that's where all these questions come from. Now,
That's true, right?
now,
Yeah.
like, exactly. Like, if you
Yeah.
think about it, like usually, like, the mothers or the tetes and the whatever will be starting to say, like, but obviously they won't say directly like that, but they'll
Yeah.
take small digs at you when you're all about your career,
Yes.
when you're all about your hustle, when you're all about the money. Not even the money, just like your own self realization.
When you're working on yourself.
When you're working on yourself.
Actualization of sorts. Yeah.
Exactly. So, like, when you're talking about biological clock, how do you feel like as women, like, you
Yeah.
are affected by biological clock? And because I can tell you financial what it can do, but let's start with you guys.
Biological clock.
And do you think that's the only factor? Sorry.
I think for us it's, you finally want to meet a guy that isn't a waste man, as people would call him, someone who's faithful and someone who you can see yourself spending your life with, which is hard to find because usually like you date a guy, but then like you don't know if you can actually picture yourself married to him. Because they say like, he's supposed to be the head of the household and all that stuff, but like you can't even picture him being the head of the household, you know what I mean? So it needs for you to actually be in a relationship where you can see a future with that guy.
Okay.
And then when it comes to biological clock, I think for me personally, I was always like, I need to have my kids a bit younger so that I'm not too old when they're in their 20s, so that
So you can't relate.
yeah, so I can't relate, and I think for me that was pressure I put on myself, but it's also because obviously you always hear that it's like, oh, when are you gonna get married? So who are you dating?
Were you ever asked that question?
Yes, I was.
Holy snap.
Yes, I was.
When?
But then like it wasn't like as
Well,
intense.
it wasn't not an intense
Yeah,
question.
it has
was just like,
it had grown from when I was 23,
holy cow.
24, 25, then
Yeah.
that was the last time I was asked the question. So,
It's like, what's happening now?
yeah, but people always put pressure, especially like
Their own personal pressure, do you reckon? Like, is they like from their own fears, per se?
and I think it's just like, background, like growing up, our parents, they got
Yeah.
married younger, and our grandparents, they got married really
Even
young, like
younger.
teenagers, so like there's this, I don't know, people only see you as a full grown woman
Once
when
you're
you're
married.
now married, so
I
there
guess.
is that pressure.
I think, like, yeah, and I think I can second to what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
I think sometimes you can become lax in your singleness, if that makes any sense. Like, nah, I'm living my best life, blah 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 blah. But what is the meaning of best life, of best life, like for anybody really? Because like, like we're always watching Jordan Peterson,
Yeah.
and he's always talking about assuming that responsibility and like actually carrying that burden or like that load as a human being, because that's what we are built for, like the grind of life in general, and making it less miserable. And literally, because like no matter how comfortable you think you are, like we are forever trying to better ourselves and trying to hit the next thing. But I feel like he's spoken about Pleasure Island, which is like stupid fun things, which is a party. Like, let's go and do stupid fun things, which is equals to a party. There's like, you have no responsibilities, you have nothing, like no consequences to your action. In fact, there are consequences, but like there's no immediate consequences.
They aren't as drastic.
Yeah, they're not
like
immediate.
You
like
can
you
go
can
out for 2 nights in a row.
2 nights in a row, come back, work again on Monday to Friday, waiting for Friday to hit.
Yeah.
Go back out on Friday, out on the town, Saturday, Sunday, you chill, you watch your Netflix, you go, you make it a cycle. And that's okay, so to speak, in your early 20s, mid 20s. When you start going towards the 30s, I think you might want to start to think of settling down as a guy. As a girl as well. But like for a guy, I think it's okay for you to do stupid fun things. And then he says like it's okay, like you don't, it's like going on a job search.
Yeah.
Like when you're early, you don't have experience, and we just say you're full of potential. Like,
yes.
Oh my word, like you're full of potential, you're fresh out of university, so to speak, if you go to university. Or like, do you know what I mean? Like it's just like you looked at as unrealized potential.
Yeah.
But then the moment you cross over from 25 upwards, now you start to become, if you don't have your, what can I say, like at least your vision and direction, like you don't have a vision and a direction for your life.
Yeah.
And you now, when you go on a job search at 30, now people will look at you like, what the hell did you do in your late 20s or like in your mid 20s? You know what I mean? Like I feel like
I understand
you
what you
can't
mean.
just be an overgrown kid at that age. So going back to the when is the right time to get married, for guys, I feel like when you are financially ready, that's a very important one. And it's not just about money and the nice things, but I feel like being like, if you want anything in life, it's going to cost you money.
Yeah.
Like it's going to cost, like no matter what you think. Like right now you're watching this video because you paid for internet.
Yeah.
You are watching on your
Phone,
smartphone because you paid for it. Or I don't know
laptop,
who, like I don't know who paid for it, but like, do you know what I mean? I'm assuming it costs money.
Yeah.
Like it costs money. So we can't, if you're not ready to hear that, babe, we're out of this or we're out of that, and that still bothers you or like that still irritates you, man, you ain't ready, dog. You're not ready because you have to assume it's a certain level of responsibility when you're getting married, because now it's like you plus me, that's just married. Then you put a kid in place because now you should be ready as well to hear the words, babe, I'm pregnant. Like you should be like, do you know what I mean? Like
you should be
grown. You should be grown enough to like accept it and like take on the challenge, because it is a challenge.
Yeah.
We can't like pretend as though like is this like sunshine and rainbows place where you just take it on and be like, woo, post, IG post, whatever. It is an actual challenge, because like all that goes through your head is now, holy smokes, what is this child going to eat? But like, okay, in fact, let's not even talk about the child coming. The prep between finding out, or the doctor's visits, or the blah blah blahs and the blah blah blahs and the blah blah blahs. Like it is a lot. It is quite a lot, and it's a lot of responsibility. Like, girl, if you have been hustling and doing your thing, you have to be prepared to hear the words from yourself. Oh snap, those 2 lines pulling up on your pregnancy test thing, because at some point you're gonna have to take maternity leave. Now your career might actually switch, because like now you might grow attached to the child, and now like are you ready for that change? When you're ready for change, that's when you get ready to get married.
So I think another thing is, as girls, I feel like that, again, living the best life thing. I feel like when you don't have that hunger for didindi, I don't know what else to call it, you know, when you aren't itching to like, to do
go
stuff,
out,
not
to
that,
while out.
Yeah, but not that you can't do that with your partner, but
You
like,
can.
like there's a different type. There's like a type where people are like, I want to go to Pablo's,
Yo, dog,
I'm gonna look good.
I am keen to sleep by 11. Like I'm done.
Like if when you're
11
done, when you're done
PM
having
I'm
that
out.
ginger for like,
4
getting home
AM.
at 4 in the morning, when the bread trucks are coming out, that's at that stage, then like, okay, I would be okay being at home, seeing people's stories doing the most, like.
I remember.
Also,
I remember early days. We were like, oh man, FOMO, and I was like, nah, I'm cool. And I remember like wanting to go out, like you said, like, nah, babe, go out. And I went out and I was back like at 9. I was like back like at 9 or 10. Like after I was like, dude, it was so shit. Like I was like, oh man, because like it was Corona time, but like that's when people were kind of like brave with it. But I went out with my mask, and then like everyone was no mask and just looked crazy. And I was like, what the hell am I doing here? I'd rather be at home. Like really, I'd rather be at home. And I literally just made a U-turn and went back home. So again, like you were on your point.
Yes, I was. So I think the first one I said was when you find the person who you feel like you can actually take not orders from, but someone who can be the head of the household, someone who you can look up to. And then the second one being
vice versa.
Yeah, and vice versa. And the second one being when you don't feel that itch to do the most as much as you used to feel it. Then I think the third one being when you have established your career path in some sort of way. That reason being said is that like when you become pregnant, when you might move with your partner, you need to be able to sustain yourself financially, you know, unless
it's quite hard.
Your
like,
dynamic is
easy,
not
man.
like,
unless your parents are paying for everything, then you're not an adult. Actually, you're a grown kid. Sorry, I have to let you know, like you're like literally like an overgrown child that still needs taking care of. Like literally, like if your belly is still stepping in for your bills, you need to check yourself, my man. You're not ready. Like if you're flexing, bottle of moe, blah 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 blah, with your belly's money, you're not ready, my bear. Like you ain't ready.
So I think like having your career path established in some sort of way is very important. Like as a woman, like you're saying, like you go through so many changes from like being pregnant or like having to move or having to do all sorts. So you need to, be able to make a plan.
So like I think it all comes back to being ready, like being ready in all aspects of your life, like for more than just your well-being and being ready to take on someone else's like well-being, take care of someone else's needs and vice versa, like selflessly.
Yes.
It needs to be like a very selfless place you are in.
And I think never get married because getting married, his daughter got married. Don't do that, because once the wedding is over, you got in your gifts, you're stuck in the house with that person for the rest of your life. And all those people who you were thinking, hey, niggy, they're not going to be there.
They're not.
Maybe message you once every 4 months.
Like, oh, nice.
Or you
photo.
see them.
Or like, oh, man, like, which holiday did you guys go on? Whatever.
You know what I mean? So don't pressure yourself. Don't settle for someone just because you want to get married.
That's not good.
No,
that's not good.
You're better off being.
But you know what's so crazy? Talking of settling. Even if you find it's all to do with you. Yes. I think it's all to do with you, because like there's no, I don't think you can really say you are settling for someone, because like even those people that are saying like, I'll change him, or like I'll help him get better, like that's them, like that's their belief system, like like if you feel like you have something that you're wanting to give to this other life that they are missing, like that's the path that you're choosing. You're making that choice. Now when you found a person, like either way, everyone has their own demons. Every single person has their own demon. Every single person.
Like, this is another video in and of itself.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you can't leave me to go be with someone else. Like Corey Holcombs would say, now it's a stranger cheating on you. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, for real. And I say it as a joke, but like I mean, like, you just don't know what that other person, like if you are willing to like go through the most with someone, and that's your journey. That's your place. So you need to be prepped for all these kinds of things.
And again, going to the ladies or to the guys, I remember I had a really bad breakup, and my mom said to me, it's okay, because let's say you guys had gotten married and all that, this could have been the beginning of the worst years of your life. So don't put yourself under pressure.
That's deep. But anyway, thank you so much, guys. It's about to start raining. We could have gone on and on about this, because like there's so much to say about it, but I think we've touched the gist of it.
Yes.
Like you just have to be ready in all aspects of your life. Let's just smash this rock paper scissors real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna beat you. Are you trying to read my face to see what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, I know what you're gonna do. Come, let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh,
Did you stick to it?
Did.
That's weird.
I know. You can't predict. Kiss your throat.
She never said it. She came to food. She not